Olivia Beavers is with Politico. She may not be familiar. She's too young to remember the Florida Supreme Court in the year 2000. This was their theme song, Olivia, because no one ever knew what they were going to do. They were just pirates. And so we are now playing it in honor of the Colorado Supreme Court. You could spend all day getting reactions to the Colorado Supreme Court idiocy. Are you going to do that? Or are you going to be reporting on the failed deal in the Senate? What's Olivia Beavers' day going to be like today?
I'm actually going to be. I think actually the reactions coming out of Colorado are pretty cut and dry. So you know that Republicans are lambasting it, and they say it's politic. I'm not going to be able to get that word today. Am I? Politicization of the
Politicization,
court.
yes.
Thank you, thank you. And so, Speaker Johnson came out very quickly and was condemning it, saying he expected the Supreme Court to turn it over. And I put out a few feelers to see if any certain Republicans feel differently, but I don't think you're really going to be seeing that many who felt like that was a decision that they agree with. One kind of interesting dynamic about Democrats is, do they feel like this is something that's going to help them heading into the presidential primary? And you're
Oh,
getting a
Olivia,
little.
that's not the question. The question, everyone who's a lawyer who's a Democrat ought to be asked if they think it's judicially sound. Dick Durbin and everyone on the Judiciary Committee, because it's really a bozo decision. It's an idiotic decision. And the three justices who dissented spelled it out. No one can stand up for this. And I would love for you to get on the record. Senator Durbin, what do you make of the merits of the decision? Has anyone commented on the Democratic side on the merits of the Colorado court decision?
I don't know if I've seen a good comment on that, and I haven't since the news broke. We haven't really been able to get them, and I think the Senate just broke after good news that I think would excite you. Tuberville, the 11 sort of four-star generals that he had been holding up, were able to get confirmed. So we did see some movement in the Senate before they come back in January. But at the moment, when everyone is smelling the jet fumes, it becomes a little bit harder to grab them and find them in the
You
halls of
know,
Congress.
I'm here to make a wager with you, Olivia. If you
Uh-oh,
took
okay.
every single person at Politico, how many people work at Politico on the reporting side? 100?
I actually probably should know that, but I do not know that answer. We have a lot of reporters.
Okay, if you put every single one of them on the beat to find an elected federal Democrat or Democratic candidate for anything, anywhere, to comment on the merits of the Colorado decision, you won't find one. It's so stupid, it gives stupid a bad name. And so you're not going to find any
I'm
lawyer with a job.
sure that there would be one. And in this political environment, I'm sure you're going to see
You
someone comment.
you go for Elizabeth Warren, you go for Ed Markey. I mean, Sheldon Whitehouse, arguably the dumbest Democrat. You go find Sheldon and ask him. I don't want them to tell me about the politics of it or Donald Trump's speech, but the merits of the four justice majority. It is as dumb as DUMB can be. And I would just love
So
to see you guys find someone to say other than that, because you won't.
if I
You just want.
if I do I get to request that you do a robot on your show, the robot dance?
I will. I will do the robot dance if you find an elected Democrat on the Senate Judiciary Committee to say, I think this is
Oh,
a
it has to be
fine
the Judiciary.
decision.
It has to be the
Any,
Judiciary Committee. Okay, that makes it a
yeah,
little
it's got to be
different.
Senate Judiciary Committee. I'll even go for any senator because I don't think Ed Markey's on Judiciary, and he's your best choice because he's the dumbest senator. And Elizabeth Warren won't get near it because she actually knows the law. But you got to go find the dumbest Democrat you know and get them to say, this was a good decision. Actually, get them to say this will be upheld by the Supreme Court. Because, Olivia, this is so dumb. Now, let's go to the Tuberville thing because that is important. Are they done? He didn't get anything, right? They're all confirmed.
He basically, the holds have largely been lifted. I still think that there's a chance that he could restart the blockade. He's holding up, I think, Pentagon civilian nominations, which is like the last sort of thing. But they have basically been able to get the 400 plus people that he'd been blocking to be confirmed. And Schumer basically struck a deal yesterday to have the 11 remaining four-star generals confirmed. So I think after 11 months, they finally get to kind of have some sort of conclusion to Senator Tuberville holding up the nominees.
And not one, he didn't get one thing for it, did he?
No. So that was some of the interesting quotes that you heard from senators, was basically being like, this is a very interesting way of his blockade ending, as he didn't end the Pentagon policy that he was protesting.
So he disrupted the lives and careers of 420 career military people, their families, their children, and everyone below them in the line for absolutely nothing in return.
I think there's a wing in the party, though, that would argue that he still was standing up for abortion rights, and that's a win in their mind. But he was not able to take any.
No,
material.
he and the Colorado Supreme Court are going to compete for dumbest move of the year. The Tuberville holds, or the Colorado Supreme Court majority opinion in the disqualification case. Good luck, Olivia. I'll do the robot dance if you find me a Democrat senator to say it's a good decision. Looking for that. I'd be pretty good at the robot dance.